What's up? Hello and good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. PC Monk here with another Bitcoin video. Obviously, this disclaimer that says the content of this channel is for educational purpose only and does not constitute any financial advice. Let's jump into this. Now, yesterday, what a pump and dump. What the fake news made us just go insane, right? And a lot of people got liquidated, including me. I mean, this is what happened when you don't put stop loss on your orders. So I had a short around 29.1, and then it hit it, and it got me liquidated like in a snap of a finger. I couldn't even put this stop loss when the order was filled. Well, nobody thought we're gonna go, to the upside like this. I mean, I thought we're gonna go to the upside, but not like this. All right, now before I, go into the main thing, I want to take a look at the weekly. Take a look at the weekly. Look how and where we stopped, guys. And you tell me this was not a liquidity grab? This was completely priced in my own opinion. And let me just show you guys a daily, and then we'll look at the daily. Look at the daily. All right, how much is this percentage-wise? 12% over a fake news, guys. And you tell me this is not manipulated? And they just grab my liquidity. All my equity is gone. No, not all of them. Or I wouldn't be recording if I didn't have any money to trade with. Why would I even record a video? But nonetheless, guys, yeah, that was not good. Now let's talk about Bitcoin and its current situation. Wow. All right, so right now we did make this descending wedge. We exited from the descending wedge. We retested the descending wedge support. I keep saying descending wedge. This is a descending triangle. Let me just draw the triangle for you guys because you guys are some pros and I don't want to, look very not good. All right, so anyway, so this is the triangle and then we got denied two times we got denied two times, and essentially right now we hope for it to continue its way to either here 27.7 or lower to 27.3, which is this white line. I have a faith in this 27.3. I think we're gonna touch this, and then maybe today today we're gonna touch this, and then maybe we come back and go higher. That's a possibility, right? But keep in mind, if I want to show you guys the liquidity, which I should, first of all, this is the funding rate. Yeah, I know Loom's been here for a long time, but I didn't have time to, trade this, and I was trading the other one, what should we call it, TRB, and TRB is kind of volatile. So nonetheless, this is the liquidity, as you guys could see, and the liquidity to the downside to around 27.3 is 1.15 billion, right? And now to 29.1 is 500 million, essentially 500 million more to the downside. But hey, wait a second. We've tried this before. We tried to just, decide by the liquidity where the money, where we're gonna go, and that was a failure. So, but this time I'm gonna say this. If we are coming down, I think there's a good possibility that we stop around 27,336, somewhere around there, right? And to the upside, around, if we want to come up, maybe we stop around 29.2. Or I'll take that back, maybe we stop around 29.3 and that's only based on liquidity. Now let's take a look at this one. So you guys can see this is 3 months. We essentially grabbed all the liquidity around here. It's kind of obvious that, this pump's gonna go to 30K. Unfortunately, I didn't open any short position around there. I mean, I was, trying to save up my equity. I didn't want to, lose more than I lost already. So, yep. And this is 3 months. Literally, we have no liquidity left to the upside to be, to grab it. Everything has been grabbed, and Bitcoin's just ready right now. You guys could see to kind of, push it back down right now. And this chart, we could see a possible descending wedge too. We'll take a look at it on the chart itself. This is 24 hours to the upside. Really not that much. To the downside, we do have some at 27.5, some at 27.7, and I believe that 27.3 should be target. And let's just take a look at the 3 days. There you go. The 3 days show 26.5. There's a lot of, not a lot, but some spread around here. And I think there's some spread around here, which is 27.4, essentially where we, aimed before. And let's just come back to our chart right now. Give me a second, guys. Oops. All right, I'm in a couple of positions, and unfortunately, I was trying to hedge my TRB short with a long. Just show you guys on the chart. So I'm short from 29 points. I'm sorry, 59.296. So around here, a little bit lower, I would say. I was trying to hedge the short with a long around here. You guys can see we are holding above it too, so this could essentially go to another leg up. I have to decide if I want to close that short or not. But nonetheless, let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. So I've talked about the situation that we are in right now. If we continue to get rejected here, then there's a possibility that we could see somewhere between these two ranges around here, 27.3 to 27.4. And but to get to that, we first have to break 27.7, which is around here. Now, if I bring this chart to your attention, there are, as you guys can see, there is a small volume imbalance that we actually, with this move, well, we tried the top of it and it came back out, it came back up, but it didn't essentially, made its way to the upside. And what happened is it's right now holding the lower rectangle here. So this lower rectangle really does not show that, a good momentum. If we were about to hold the upper rectangle, that would have been better, but this doesn't show momentum, so we either doing this kind of range right now, we either doing this, and this will kind of, collapse further down, or it's just going to break this lower rectangle and picks it back up. And this is lower time frame, I know, and we could just take a look at it on the higher time frame too. The higher time frame, let me just remove the ray because that was for the lower time frames. Hello. It's hard to remove it. Okay, there you go. So what would I say right now is uh, I've said about the low possibilities right around the 27 and everything else. So for the higher possibilities, higher prices is, well, first we have to regain this area, which is 28.7, 28.5. So if we want to go high, like I said, first into the 1 hour, last 30 minutes before the 1 hour. If we want to go high right now, we first have to, give me a second again. All right, so first of all, before I continue the discussion, and we said that we've seen a descending wedge, something like this, maybe. It does look like a descending wedge. We'll have to, like these descending wedges, they don't have to play out all the time. Let's take a look at the lower time frame. A little bit lower than that, maybe? Okay, yeah, well, it does look like a descending wedge if you take it from here. And we are essentially consolidating at the bottom of the descending wedge. Could be a push-up, based on this pattern. But based on this pattern that I drew, based on this pattern, we are getting rejected at the even below the support. So, we hit the support, try to regain it, it failed. And the next time it's not even hitting it, and we are getting rejected. So two different patterns, two different things that they say. But I've talked about if we're gonna go to the lower side, and I want to talk about the higher side, and then I want to call it the day after I take a look at Dixie and everything else. But to the higher side, I expect this first to regain the higher of this rectangle. After that, maybe consolidate here a little bit more, go up, hit the dotted blue line, which is the previous day close, then come back down, retest it, and the retest could happen anywhere. We shouldn't just come back and hit this. We could hold at the midline. Depends on the momentum and the bullish, how the buys are they strong enough or not. Hard to find the right words anyway. So, and then we push it back higher. But when we come higher, there's a good possibility that we stop right around here. so that we stop right around here. And if this doesn't hold, that means we break this, then we could say like hello to 29K again, and maybe right somewhere around here, 29.2. I'll mark this area too, right here. I should actually do a trend line since I don't want it to be all the way, so 29.2, somewhere around here. This is where we, mark for the next move if it's about to happen and if it's about to hold there. Keep in mind, we have a couple of levels to break out before we get here. First is this one, second is this previous day close, and then the third one is going to be 28.6, 28.7. And if we break this, then we could see the upside. Keep in mind, right now, London is about to be open, and the Asian market, the most significant move that we had on Asian market is this red candle. Right now, it's consolidating, really, at it. I have to see how it happens. And with that being said, guys, I don't really have anything else to add. I've talked about the top, I've talked about the bottom. Let's take a look at the Dixie. So Dixie right now does look like it wants to regain it. Okay, so we really don't care about Dixie's gap and stuff like that, although there is a gap here. Dixie, we don't know if it wants to be filled or not. I really don't know if anybody is. I'm pretty sure some people are trading DXY too, but I don't know which exchange offers you that. If this wants to come up and fill the gap, then the market's gonna move a little bit lower, and if it's breaks this 106, then we could probably see a retest happening around, let's say it around here. This a little bit higher. Okay, a little bit higher. You got me there, Dixie. Um, Maybe here, as we could see, there's a lot of rejection here, and to the top of it, there's probably a lot of sell side liquidity around here. So we could get rejected here, or we could just break this range, which is 107,200 to 107,335. We could just break this range and go higher to that 107,618. We'll have to see what happened. Oh, by the way, to the downside, my 104 still is intact. I expected here if we, retest here and fail, or we could just retest here and fail the top of this momentum candle where there's a, volume balance happens probably from here, and we could just retest here and fail. Let me just mark this too, and we'll see what happened here. Now, SPX, on the other hand, as you guys can see, SPX, we had this bull flag. The bull flag played out. We, exited from it multiple times from here. It was a weak debate from here. This was a good debate, but then this is 1 hour, by the way, and we, find our support right here, I would say, and then we picked it back up, and right now we are going a little bit higher. And yesterday we started from here. We filled it. I'm sorry, we didn't fill this gap, and we started from here. We went higher. Usually these kind of gaps that we don't fill, it shows, bullish sentiment, right? And if you take a look at it on daily, if I start from the daily right here, it really doesn't matter which side is bullish. So maybe I should do it on the 4 hour. This is just, yeah. All right, so we could see right here we had a gap, we moved up. We could see right here we had a gap, we moved down. And another gap, we moved down. We didn't fill the gap, and when even we filled the gap, we moved down. So you guys could see this a lot, and we do have a gap right here that Bitcoin, if it starts higher today and it doesn't fill the gap, that's very important. I recorded another video and I was talking about the same thing. So if we start from here, there's two possibilities. We could come back down, fill the gap, and then continue up, or we could just, let the gap be and continue up and fill this gap right here around this green line, which is 4,500, 4571, 4570. We could fill this and probably, and then we'll see what happens there. Let's just take it level by level. And right now, ES1 is kind of looking not too bullish, I would say, but we'll have to see if it wants to, do keep this or come around this area and then pick it back up to the higher side, which I think it's going to play something like this. I think the war stuff has not yet been priced in. That's why they're trying to push it up as much as they can, right? Something like this. Same with NQ1. I think NQ1 will do something like this, come back down and push it back higher. Obviously, if NQ1 gets around here, this is a very major level. If it loses it, we could, let me just turn this off, we could see more downside coming. Essentially, we could come back and retest this liquidity area, and then after that, we'll see what happens. With that being said, guys, I've talked about everything. Just to conclude on Bitcoin, there's two possibilities. First, we could see a hit at 20. Like I discussed about it, we should, if we want to see the hit at 28.6, first break this descending wedge, or break the regain. Let me just come back to like the 1 hour. Yeah, I think this one is better, right? So first we have to break this rectangle. Oh my God, we have to break this triangle. I don't know why my brain is acting like this. We have to break this rectangle. After that, we have to regain the higher side of this previous day close, which means around here. And then after that, we have 28.7, 28.6 as our last resistance. Breaking this could end up in a good pump to around 29.2, anywhere around 29.2 to 29.4. Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe, stay green. Until next time. And by the way, I thank you guys for all the support and everything. It really means a lot to me, especially right now that I don't have anything, at the job. So just if you find this video informative, please, 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 share it with others. Thank you guys so much. Stay safe. Bye bye.